Today we will cover India's land resources. We have plenty of rivers in India, using which we are in a position to cultivate very well. In agriculture we stand supreme. 65% people of India are dependent on farming. Now, how well are we using our land resources? That is our subject of study today. But the land is not even. You cannot cultivate land available wherever it is. A number of factors rule it. See, in the Himalayan region, we have the forests. In the Ganges region, we have plains, quite conducive for cultivation. When you come to the southern plateau, again lots of ups and downs, full of rocky hills. Land is uneven. Hence, you cannot consider the entire land of our country as something that is supportive of farming. Here, the relief features of the country, the ups and downs of the country, the climate of the country. The southern part of the country has a tropical climate. The northern part of the country has a temperate climate. Then the soil. We have already seen how soil is different from one place to the other. Alluvial soil, laterite soil, black soil, red soil, mountain soil. You have different kinds of soils. Accordingly, you have to decide what crop can you grow there. Population. How thick is the population? Then socio-economic conditions of the people. Some of the cash crops cannot be grown by a society where capital is a problem. Technical factors, whether the modern high-tech facilities are available, have they reached the villages or not? Are the farmers well informed about the modern farming procedures or not? All these do have a relevant impact on farming. So the land is an important resource of the country. It is a natural resource. We have not set the land. The land is gifted to us by nature. We cannot make too many changes except for adding some fertility into it, or minerals into it, or providing for canals from the nearby rivers. We cannot do too many changes. But let us know and let us stress that for the progress of the economy of the country, for the country's economy to pick up, land resources are an important factor. We cannot forego the land wealth of the country in planning our future. Now let us see what kind of pattern do we have in the country. How is land different from place to place? What all different varieties of land do we have? To start with, let us know how much of net sown area is in the country. What is net sown area? How much of land, what portion of land is directly under agriculture? We sow there, we grow there, and we have the harvest. That is what we call as net sown area. 42% of our country, 42.42% of our country is considered as net sown area. How can we define it? Land that can be used to cultivate crops that are available to the farmer, that are conducive for farming. That is called as net sown area. Sow means putting the seeds into the soil so that they germinate. 42.4%, 2%, almost 40%, or you can say half of our country has farmlands. Highest in states: Punjab, Haryana, West Bengal, UP, Kerala. These states have the highest amount of cultivable land. Least cultivable land you find in northeastern states, because the relief comes in the way. It's mountainous, rocky structures. You don't have plains. It is not even, so you can't grow there. The altitude goes on different. You will not be able to use tractors or modern vehicles there, farming vehicles. So lowest in northeastern states. Let's see it here on the map. Punjab and Haryana have the maximum fertile land and we grow there. Then you have UP, there's the Gangetic Plain, West Bengal. Then you have Kerala here. The northeastern states and Jammu and Kashmir have very little net sown area. We will come to the second one now, forest area. Forest area, land that is covered by thick forests, jungles, land under forest. 22% area of the country. There was a time when 85% of our country was covered by forests, 100 years ago. Out of every 100 acres, 85 acres were forests. Today it has got reduced to 20%. 22% of the land has forests. Where? Mainly Andaman and Nicobar, fully covered by forests. And northeastern states, Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, those states are covered by forests. Then least forests, Haryana, Punjab, Rajasthan, Gujarat. These states have the least amount of forests. We will come to the third one, land not available for cultivation. Here, non-agricultural land we take into account. See, human settlements, wherever man is residing, he has built his houses, buildings, constructions, human settlements, roads you cannot use for cultivation, no, already it's converted. Then railway lines on both the sides, embankments are there again. Then canals, mountainous area, all these are regions where you cannot grow anything. Land that is not available for cultivation, even if you desire, you cannot. They are set for a certain purpose. Assam, Manipur and Sikkim, these have maximum land which is not available for cultivation. For cultivation, the highest quantum of land is available in Goa, Kerala, Odisha and Maharashtra. We will come to the fourth one, fallow land. Fallow land is land that is not under cultivation. Fallow, you can't cultivate. Land is horrible. Contour may not be proper. The soil may not be proper. So fallow land, you cannot dream of growing anything there. Such lands are called as fallow lands. Land not under cultivation, 8.2%. So Mizoram, Tamil Nadu, Meghalaya. These are the states where you find lot of fallow land. It's not under cultivation. Then Tripura, Pondicherry, Andaman and Nicobar, they have the least fallow land. Hardly you find any fallow land. Every inch of the land has been used for cultivation. You come to cultivable land now. Cultivable. You are not growing anything, but still you can cultivate. Put some efforts, bring about some changes, you can cultivate. Cultivable wasteland. Now it may look like wasteland. Tomorrow you can get it converted into cultivable land. Land not used due to soil deficiencies. Maybe land is not fertile, land is sandy. But you can bring about a change by investing a lot of capital, and modern scientific methods can be used, and you can convert cultivable wasteland into cultivable land. Active cultivable land, 4.3%. Meghalaya, Goa, Nagaland, Rajasthan. So, land experts have marked quite an amount of land in these states which can be brought under cultivation. In the coming days it has to happen. Now, sixth one, permanent pastures and grasslands. In the country, grasslands have been earmarked for the animals to graze. In villages we can find out a certain 5 acres, 6 acres land will be there on the hillside. That's meant for grazing. It can't be used for anything else. That's meant for the animals, domestic animals to graze. So permanent grasslands, they have been earmarked. Now 3.4% in Himachal Pradesh, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh, you have a lot of land meant for pasturing. Animal pasturing. And last one, land under miscellaneous use. It has not come under any of this. For example, garden. You have a few acres of land where you have developed a garden. You are not cultivating anything, but still it's a garden, useful for the public. They come and get themselves refreshed there. So, garden. Then you have orchards. Orchards are special kind of gardens where orchid like decorative plants are grown in large numbers. Plantation area where you grow rubber or tea or coffee. Plantation areas. Now these we consider as land under miscellaneous use. It's necessary that we use them for that purpose. But they can't be considered as agricultural land. For commercial use, you are utilizing them for commercial purpose. 1.1 acre, 1% of land is used for that. Assam, you have a lot of tea gardens there. Nagaland, Meghalaya, then Kerala, Karnataka, Himachal Pradesh. All these are mountainous slopes where we grow different plantation crops. This percentage what we have is not the percentage of those particular states. Taking the entire land of India into consideration, we find out the percentage of such a type of special area. So this percentage pertains to the entire total area of India and total area under each category. That's how we find out the percentage. So this is land use pattern in India. Now let's come into cropping pattern. Cropping pattern. We have monsoon seasons. We have seasons in the year. We have the months of June, July, August, September, partly October, under monsoon rains. monsoon rains. September to, see, we grow with the onset of monsoon and harvest in September and October. With the advancing monsoons, we start sowing seeds in the month of June or July. Over the next 2 months they grow, then you will have the harvest. Advancing monsoons. So June, July, August, September, partly October. This we consider as rainy season here in the south. In north, they have a special word for that. They call it as Kharif season. Kharif season. So what do we grow? Paddy, maize, jowar, bajra, tur, moong, urad, cotton, jute, groundnut, soya. See, almost all these crops do require a lot of rain. Without rainwater, without sufficient water, these crops will not be a success. So these crops we have set aside mainly for the monsoons. Then you have Kharif. This season itself you call it as Kharif season. June to October, Kharif season. Kharif season is followed by Rabi. In winter from October to December. And harvested in summer from April to June. See, as the advancing monsoon, the monsoons slowly start retreating. The retreating monsoon season starts. We sow seeds. They grow over the months and they will be ready for harvest maybe in January itself or February or March and April in summer. It depends on what crop you grow. It cannot be the same. The timetable cannot be the same for all crops. It differs from crop to crop. So in summer you harvest. So in the retreating monsoons you sow, in summer you harvest, or in later winter you start harvesting. They are all Rabi crops. They need less water. Compared to Kharif crops, Rabi crops need less water. Winter season is quite favorable. Now after Rabi, again you will have Kharif from June. In between you have dry months. You have dry months in the country during which you will have such dry crops called as Zaid crops. Zaid. These are short season crops which are grown during the summer. In order to see the land is not wasted. We grow all the 12 months of the year. We have 3 crops. Now, you see on the river banks, especially in the south too, you see north as well south, watermelon is grown, muskmelon is grown, cucumber, pumpkin. Such plants are grown on river banks where water facility is there. Farmers know that there won't be rain, but still whatever moisture content is there in the soil, these plants do need summer heat. They grow very well. You call them as Zaid crops. See, it's a beautiful cycle. Monsoon seasons, you have Kharif crops. Winter season, you have Rabi crops. Then comes the dry summer, you have the Zaid crops. So, an intelligent farmer likes to know these things in detail, and he will decide what crop should be grown in his field depending on the climate, the soil, various other factors like capital, labor and all, and availability of water. All these prove to be very important. Okay, thank you.